Books had helped him come to terms with the psychological damage left by the men who had unravelled him and made him into what he was today, a killer. When the computer fan had finished labouring and the screen stopped twitching, the computer finally asked for a password. Parker's eyes went to the painting on the wall. There was a large, ornate, framed picture of a golden lion with eagle wings above the desk. People were usually not as imaginative as they thought they were. He typed in the word chimera, an organism that contained 2 or more sets of DNA, like a lion with eagle wings. Parker rolled his eyes as the computer unlocked. Looking through the files, he didn't see anything particularly interesting. Abby's assignments were in among the others. She hadn't been singled out for any special treatment in any way. He opened the email folder. The inbox was clear, apart from 1 or 2 interdepartmental emails. He looked through each folder, but there was nothing out of the ordinary. Letters to and from other colleges, other teachers. He clicked on the search bar within the email account and typed in Abigail to see what came back. There were 26 emails about Abby. That couldn't be right. He started at the beginning. The first couple were standard messages about her entry onto the course. One mentioned her previous UCAS application to Exeter University for the same course. The next email was sent from Coley to an H. Lassiter, asking for information on Abby. Lassiter had come back almost immediately. The email header was candidate material. Parker frowned. A candidate for what? Lassiter told Coley that Abby would be a great fit for the program, and that she had some more information on her that she would reveal in time. When pushed for information in further emails, Lassiter told Coley about a serious sexual assault claim that Abby had made, which the university had tried to make go away. There had been photographs of her in a compromising situation that could be construed as evidence of consent on the university social website, and Abigail had left the college without pressing any charges. Lassiter had copies of the pictures, which were attached in a zip file. Parker had always suspected that Abby had been through something traumatic, but he had never pressed her for the information, because he didn't see what difference it made, and she could speak to him about it if she wanted to, when she was ready. He understood that it took time to open those wounds. It clearly hadn't been long for her. She was still dealing with it on the inside, and he would be there if she ever decided to talk about whatever it was. But reading this enraged Parker. Lassiter was telling Coley how easy Abby would be to manipulate, how she had been easy to dissuade from bringing her attackers to justice. She didn't say it in so many words, but Parker could feel the excitement and camaraderie between them. Parker moved the cursor to the zip file and hovered. He couldn't open it, not least because it wasn't fair to Abby. He knew from the documentation of his own assault that every time a person looked at the photos, you were plunged back into the shame. As long as the photos existed, you could never get away from what happened. As if that were even a possibility. He deleted the email without looking. He didn't need to see Abby that way. Not that he would love her any less, but it didn't matter. It wasn't an itch he needed to scratch. Lassiter proceeded to say in further emails that her candidate was a wily tomcat who was up to any task put in front of him. Candidate for what? Further emails mentioned other candidates, but no one by name. There were several different people involved. This was obviously bigger than Parker had first thought. If Parker hadn't searched for Abby specifically, he wouldn't have found these emails. He found 2 other accounts that spoke about what had happened, but nothing that could be construed as anything other than concern for a new student. Anger pulsed through Parker. He hadn't felt this incensed in a long time.